away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Sorry, it was a Dave After Dark night. I'm sorry.
Chad,
Go to www.galacticfriedchicken.com.
For lunches this week, almost every day, I have been doing paninis. With
Did you get you a panini press?
We have one. I didn't go get one, but I've just been doing it this week because I ran out of bagels. I had been doing.
Oh,
bagels.
I'm a big bagel sandwich guy. I love a good bagel sandwich. Yeah,
when you melt the cheese on in the microwave.
Yeah. I do air fryer, but yeah,
that's fine. But this week, I've been doing paninis. We've been rolling bread, little pepper jack, some Cajun turkey, mayo, Galactic sauce.
It sounds delicious.
Killer.
Sounds delicious. I have to now. Apparently, I have to get more Galactic sauce because my power was out for 9 hours. And
he's got some fresh stuff. He's got some fresh stuff in.
It's hard when your power goes out for 9 hours. It's hard. I know there was a prominent member of the UC football staff that went to Galactic tonight. I won't out him at this point in time. And I asked him, did you freeze?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, you guys. I asked him how it went. He said he ordered half a chicken, and that was half a fried chicken, and that was a bad move because he's got the meat sweats and he's struggling. But it was delicious. He ate the whole half a chicken, which I don't know how. Given how big those chickens are that place gets, how do you eat half a chicken? Don't do that. He learned his lesson. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. Oh, man. Dave After Dark, that was something. If you haven't...
What do you say?
If you haven't watched the BCJ podcast from tonight, you got to go back and watch.
Chances are, if you're watching this, you probably don't listen to the podcast form. You probably take in the YouTube or the Twitch, whereas this one has to be watched to really truly get a sense of the chaos that we were dealing with.
Dave's on vacation. He's in Destin with his family. I have invited my family to his family's vacation next year. They had a pool. They were setting up for a light show afterwards. We need to get this done quickly because apparently they've put the live show audio on the internet
along with the light show and all that.
So you can get the final performance of Club Canopy. He said they are trying to have the police called on them tonight. Dave did 5 Jello shots, 3 beers, and half a bottle of wine in an hour.
No. 7. 5 were in the truck when Mom came to drop off.
Right. And he did 2 before that.
Yeah. From Dad.
Oh, man.
What a family.
I don't know. It might not be safe to go on vacation with the Simone family next year.
That's what I'm saying. I
feel like I need to do it once. I feel like it's something you need to experience. It's one of those things you need to experience once in your life.
I'm good.
You're out. Well, you're gonna have a 1-year-old.
Yeah. I can't be on a vacation where the last night we're trying to get the police called.
And we podcasted through it. We went through 4 different setups.
We were in the pre-party. We were in we were on the red carpet by comparison.
They had just gotten home from dinner. Everybody was settling after dinner and getting ready for the party.
And then everybody mamboed.
Yeah. They did an entire Congo line during the podcast.
Yep.
It was a wild deal. Everybody's been asking for a legit Dave After Dark. You got it tonight.
How do you top that?
You got it tonight. Oh, he will. That's what he does. I've had why is Dave?
That's what BCJ does, though, right?
Right.
How do you top Fickle and Brady walking through the through Vegas.
How do you top Fickle on vacation? Well, it's Fickle and Brady walking through Vegas. How do you top that? Well, it's Dave's family doing a Congo line around the pool.
We'll figure it out.
We're always going to find a way. Official visit weekend. Mick has the list up on Bearcat Journal. We can. I don't care one way or the other. We can go through it player by player. There's 6 commits that are visiting. There's 5 uncommitted prospects or not yet committed prospects based on what happened last weekend.
7 commits.
I had 6. Am I wrong?
Yes. Brady.
Okay.
Brady Drogosh. Kamari Anderson. Jackson McGohan. Tengistal. Rohan Davey. Braden Moore.
Okay. 7. Sorry.
That's what I'm here for.
And then 5 committed prospects or uncommitted prospects or not yet committed prospects, depending on how you want to look at it. It is, based on the numbers, the biggest recruiting weekend in football history, following the biggest recruiting weekend in football history from last weekend, when you would now have 9 of the 11 players that visited.
When I read off the list, I forgot Trevor Carter, but that was 7.
Yeah. So it's heady. These are heady times to be UC football fans. Well, I talked about a while ago, weeks ago, that these were going to be the 2 biggest official visit weekends in program history.
Last week was bigger based on what happened after.
Well, last week was bigger.
This week is
this specific moment based on what happened.
This week is bigger based on the caliber of player that you're bringing in.
And if they get all these players committed, then this weekend is bigger. Like it's
quality, not quantity.
It's progressive, right? Like you brought a lot of guys in that you felt really good about last weekend. You got most of them. You're bringing in some big swings, some guys that you've been working on. And we talked about this with Dave at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This is not happenstance, these guys that are coming in. They have been recruiting these guys for a long time. These guys have been to campus. These guys have been around the program. These guys have been around the players, around the coaches. Like, they're well aware what they're stepping into when they get to campus tomorrow or Friday, depending on when you watch this. They know a lot about UC. UC is not entering the sale. This is the point. UC is not entering their sales pitch this weekend with these 5 kids that are coming in. Correct. They are trying to close the deal. And that's an entirely different world, right? Like, you're not, hey, I'm Luke Fickle, nice to meet you. It's, hey, you've been here 4 times. You ready to jump in the boat or what?
I know I made this joke earlier tonight, but Anthony Brown, he's been here for damn near every home game. I think I see him
right?
on the sideline
a lot, right?
Like he's been in the stands, like, or around, like he's always here. And I don't know. I mean, I guess that's kind of where I want to start. Like, Dave brought up the fact that they're not just bringing in a whole bunch of guys and hoping that the same sales pitch on everybody works. Like, right. This is a bunch of dudes that you've grown these relationships with over the course of the last year and a half, really. And now it's shit or get off the pot, right?
Right. Is this home for you, or is it not? Like,
you are you are all our priorities. This is our top priority weekend, really. I mean, there's no bigger swings than Anthony Brown, than Brandon Salas, who's, I don't know, maybe a dude's best friend, potentially protecting his blind side, potentially, in Luther Richardson. I mean, that's a name that I hadn't seen prior to this list. But
since they've been working on it for a while,
you watch enough Luther Richardson tape, you're wondering who this 6'7" monster is out there.
Right.
Jalen Thompson, again, no stranger to that name. That's not the first time we've heard this name. And then Cam Calhoun, another guy we've heard quite a bit about over the course of the last couple of weeks.
Alan True crystal ball this week.
There is that. Which, by the way, once you put in a crystal ball, I don't think you should be allowed to change it. I'm saying it.
No, that's not how recruiting works.
Well, then don't put in a crystal ball.
Yeah, but that's not how recruiting works.
Well, once you put it in, you should be locked into it.
Yeah, but kids are locked in, and then they change. You're dealing with 17-year-olds, Aaron.
Just
were you ever a 17-year-old?
Hey, just take your lump on calling one wrong.
No, that's not how it works.
Well,
were you ever a 17-year-old?
I graduated as a 17-year-old.
Me too. You didn't know that about me, did you?
I didn't.
Yeah. Did you ever change your mind?
Have you met me?
Did you ever have 40-year-old men predicting your choices when you're 17?
Just take your lump. It's fine.
That's
Move on.
That's not how it works.
And Amari Snowden, the last name on this list. Again, we're certainly no stranger to that name. He's been around the program. I've had a chance to talk to him.
You and I both.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fantastic kid, not just a football kid, also fantastic at baseball.
He just here's my thing. He looks like a baseball player.
He's an athlete.
He looks like a baseball player.
He does.
He's
built.
He's an elite cornerback. He looks like a baseball player to me. Like I just like that. You know, I've been around baseball.
He certainly
longer
doesn't.
than I've been around football. He looks like a baseball player.
Certainly doesn't look like Sauce did when Sauce got to campus.
No. No. He looks like Sauce now.
Right. I mean, we've seen the pictures.
I took the picture. Right? Like the most recent one I took it. They look about the same. One of them is a high school junior, and the other one just bought $1.5 million house in New Jersey.
The one comparison I'd love to make between these two guys, though, between Amari Snowden and Sauce, is simply that they don't forget where they come from. The humility is very much a real thing.
For sure.
Between the two. Like, Amari is maybe, of this class, probably the people I've talked to anyway, which isn't great in this particular class comparatively to last year. But Amari is very humble, very down to earth. When I talk to him, he's asking me for Coach Goog's information, which, you know, I'm not allowed to put you in touch with him, but I can mention to the athletic department that you are interested, and they'll figure it out. So I don't know. I mean, just
really, really good. He hit me up today. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming in this weekend for an official," and then he was like, "Is there anyone else I need to notify? Like, is there anybody else that does this that I need to notify?" And I was like, "Nah, bro, it's just us." Nope. Just us.
Actually, hit me up for first thing as you're in.
Yeah.
I'll give you the first round of the tour.
Nope, nobody else.
Don't even leave the airport. I'll pick you up. Don't ignore the signs. They're not for you.
I'm pretty sure that's a violation. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
I'll be the guy holding the sign with the magazine cutout spelling your name.
So, huge weekend. Huge. Yeah. Like, last weekend was a massive national story.
Crazy.
And those were a group of 11 guys. You've got 9 of them committed for now. You've got such momentum nationally on the recruiting trail. You're able to be displayed in the middle of a huge recruiting cycle as a top 5 recruiting class in the country. Are you going to end up there? No. And that's fine.
But for now.
But you're in the conversation that everybody's having during a major recruiting window. Like, that's serious.
Also, the important thing is, like, what we know of the coaching staff.
Yeah.
They're getting guys they want. They're not, it's not like they're settling because they didn't get the hot blonde, so they're settling for the brunette or vice versa, whatever your preference is. These are all guys, character guys, leader guys, off the field, on the field, in the classroom, guys that they want. It's
right.
So I don't want that to be lost in any of this.
So buckle up. We'll see what happens this weekend. I know at this point in time, last weekend, we had no idea what was about to happen. The people in the program had no idea what was about to happen. Let's see where this, you're riding a wave.
You would have told Pat Lambert. You would have told Pat Lambert he would have. You said what?
10 commits in 5 days.
Right. He'd laugh at you.
Right. The 9 of 11 that visited, and then Ty Perkins from Ironton. 10 commits since Saturday.
I can hear Pat right now basically telling you, I'd have job security for 10 years if you told me that.
Right. Nobody believed that was where this was going to go. They hoped it was where it was going to go.
Oh, Pat.
But that's why you have all those kids for official visits, right? You don't bring them in for official visits unless you're going to take their commitment.
I may never do another Pat Lambert impression ever again.
Yeah.
I got to work on that.
I'd leave it alone from there.
Yeah. You're welcome.
All right. Here we go. It's the nightcap. We'll see you tomorrow night. Who knows what the hell's going to happen tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com.
Sit!